Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, All Things Tonya. I have a great video in store for you today. If this is your first time here on my channel, I love creating fun, easy, and affordable DIYs. I hope you will enjoy today's video and will consider subscribing to my channel. Also, guys, I am so excited to be collaborating with a few of my fabulous friends here on YouTube. I will have the link to the playlist in my description box below, so be sure to go down and check it out for tons and tons of inspiration. This collaboration is hosted by my friend Jenny from Lovely Moments Creating and co-hosted by Make It With Mia. The links to their channels will also be listed in the description box below, and trust me guys, you would want to go and check out their channels. So now let's get started with the first DIY. I really hope you enjoy. For my first DIY, I will be using these large paint sticks that I picked up from Home Depot. They come 3 to a pack for $1.48. So I will be using my ruler to measure them to about 12 inches long, and then I will use my miter box and my saw to cut them down to size. I realized that whenever I'm in my kitchen and I want to use my cookbook or my iPad for a recipe, I'm always propping them up on the counter and they're falling down. So tonight I am going to make a stand to hold my cookbook or my iPad when I am attempting to cook and trying to follow a recipe. I will be using a total of 6 of the large paint sticks that I've cut down to size, and I will be attaching them using these smaller craft sticks and some hot glue. As you can see, the craft sticks are holding the project together, and we don't have to worry about any glue seeping through. I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint color Plaster, and I am going to give this project 2 thin coats of paint. I'm going to allow drying in between the 2 coats. Those of you who have been following me on my channel, you know I love for my projects to look completed, so I will be painting the back as well. I took 3 more of the larger paint sticks and I cut them down to about 8.5 inches. I will be using them to create my holder for my stand. Right now I am using my Waverly antique wax to stain the 3 pieces, and then I'm going to use my hot glue gun to attach them to my stand. I also needed a way for my stand to be able to stand up on its own. So I will be using the back of a picture frame that I saved from a previous DIY. And I am going to use my Waverly antique wax to stain this as well. I used 2 of the 3 paint sticks to create the holder at the bottom of my stand. And I used the other as a decorative piece at the top. Now I'm going to use my hot glue gun and attach the back of the picture frame to the back of my stand. I use my Cricut to print the first letter in my last name. I'm going to place it on the front of my board for decoration, and this DIY will be completed. I really love how this turned out, and I hope you like it too. For my second DIY, I will be using this Christmas sign that I picked up from Big Lots. It was originally $14, and I picked it up for $1.49 in an after Christmas sale. I will be using it to create a multifunctional tray. I will be removing the picture from the frame and removing the beads from the front. This is what it looks like after the beads have been removed. I will be covering that side with some craft paper at the end, and I will use this side to complete my project. I will be using these small wooden candlestick holders as legs for my tray. I picked them up from Hobby Lobby. They come 5 in a pack for $4.99. I was going to stain the wood using my Waverly antique wax, but I wanted the tray to have a darker tone, so I will be mixing a little of my Waverly chalk paint color ink in with my Waverly antique wax to give it a darker tone. I'm going to apply the mixture using my paintbrush, and then I'm going to go in with a dry paper towel and just wipe away all of the excess, and I will achieve that tone that I'm going for while still being able to see the grain in the wood. I'm going to use my Waverly chalk paint color plaster to paint the candlestick holders, which are going to be the legs for my tray. And then I'm going to use the back of my sign to complete my project. And I'm also going to give that a coat of the plaster paint. Once the paint dried, I drew a few lines on the board to create a shiplap look. And then I used my fingers to smudge it a little to give it more of a distressed look or a worn out look. So that my project will have a completed look when I am finished, I am going to use this craft paper and glue it to the back. I use my Cricut to cut the words "The best memories are made" gathered around the table. I am going to attach it to the front of my board before putting everything together. I am loving how this is coming together so far. Now I'm going to reattach my picture to my frame using my hot glue gun. I am simply loving this tray, and I think it's going to be gorgeous on my kitchen table. Now all I have to do is add the legs and this DIY will be completed. I am loving it. I really hope you love it too. And here it is, guys, all completed. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. For my final DIY, I will be creating 2 shelves, and I will be using a total of 26 of these paint sticks, and I will also be using these hooks that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use my miter box and my saw, and I'm going to cut away the tips from the paint sticks, and then I'm going to place them in 2 sets of 4s and flip them over to the ruler side so that I could glue them together. I'm going to use a few craft sticks and I'm going to cut them down to size and use my hot glue gun to glue them on the back to attach the paint sticks. I love using the craft sticks to attach my paint sticks because you don't have to worry about glue seeping through, and it's neatly done. I used 2 more of the large paint sticks and I cut 4 pieces down to about 4 inches, and I'm going to use them to border the sides. I'm going to glue the 4 pieces on using my hot glue gun, and then I'm going to create my shelf. To create my shelves, I'm going to use 4 of the large paint sticks, 2 for each shelf, and again, I'm going to use craft sticks to glue them together. Now it's time to paint all of the pieces, and I will be using the same mixture from the previous project, which is a mixture of my Waverly Antique Wax and my Waverly Chalk Paint Colored Ink. As you can see, using the mixture is giving me like a darker tone, but I'm still able to see the wood grain in the wood, which I really like. This is the tone that I'm getting once the stain is all dried with the paper towels. I really love how this looks. I'm going to use these 2 pieces for the top of my shelves, and now I am going to paint my hooks using my Waverly Chalk Paint Colored Ink. Here's what the hooks look like, all painted and dried, and I only had to give them 1 coat of the paint. And then I'm going to give them a spray of this polyurethane because I want them to last and I don't want them to get bruised. I'm going to paint both of the shelves using my Waverly Chalk Paint color Plaster, and I'm going to paint the front and the back. Here's what the shelves look like after 2 coats of paint. They were all dried. I'm going to use my drill to attach my hooks to my shelves. Look how gorgeous this is looking already. All I have to do now is attach the top of my shelf, and I am going to be using both wood glue and hot glue to attach the 2 pieces because I want to make sure that it is sturdy and will be able to hold whatever I put on top of it. Look how beautifully these are turning out. I cannot believe I made this shelf using paint sticks. I really love how it is turning out. And now all I have to do is complete the other one using the same steps. And then I'm going to attach a few hooks on the back so that I will be able to hang the shelves. And this DIY will be completed. I really hope you love it as much as I do. All right, my friends, that is all that I have for you tonight. Thank you so much for spending a small part of your day with me. Remember, if this is your first time visiting, I hope you enjoyed today and will consider subscribing to my channel. Do not forget to like this video by giving it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share this video with your friends because it really helps to support my channel. Most importantly, please do not forget to go and check out the playlist in my description box below. I promise you that you will be truly inspired by these beautiful DIYs that my YouTube friends have created. I would like to thank my friend Jenny and Mia for having me as part of this collaboration tonight. Thank you again so much for stopping by, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye, guys.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on my mommy's channel.